Today's honors geometry lesson is on section 10.5, the surface area and volume of cones. The objective is that students will be able to find the volume and surface area of right cones. To find the volume of a cone, you will take 1/3 times the area of the base times the height. The first thing that we have to do with this cone is we actually have to find the radius. So we are going to use what we know about solving right triangles and the Pythagorean theorem to do that. So if we take x squared, which is going to represent the radius, plus 15 squared, and set that equal to 17 squared, we'll be able to solve for the radius. So x squared plus 15 squared, which is 225, is going to be equal to 17 squared, which is 289. So if we subtract 225 from both sides, we have x squared is equal to 64. And when we square root both sides, we know that x is going to equal 8. So now we know that the radius of this cone is 8. So then from here we can go ahead and start solving for our volume. So volume is going to equal 1/3 the area of the base, so the area of the circle is pi radius squared, or pi 8 squared, times the height of the figure. And remember, not the slant height, we want the height of the figure, which is going to be perpendicular to that base, which is 15. So 1/3 times pi times 8 squared times 15 will give us a volume of 320 pi. To find the surface area of a cone, you will take pi r squared plus pi times r times the slant height. So again, in this figure, we are going to have to find the radius by using the Pythagorean theorem. So we can take 3 squared plus x squared and set that equal to 3 root 2 squared. Okay, so 9 plus x squared is going to be equal to, remember, you have to distribute the 2 to both 3, so 3 squared times root 2 squared is actually 18. So if we subtract 9 from both sides, x squared is going to equal 9. So in this case, the radius is going to be equal to 3. So from here, we can go ahead and start solving for the surface area. So surface area is going to equal pi radius squared, so pi 3 squared, plus pi times the radius, which is 3. And in this case, we want the slant height. So the slant height is right here, times 3 root 2. Okay, so if we start simplifying, our surface area is going to equal 9 pi, and then pi times 3 root 2 is 9 root 2 pi. Okay, so remember that we are not able to actually add 9 pi plus 9 root 2 pi because they are not like terms. So this remains our surface area as 9 pi plus 9 root 2 pi. So this is the end of our video lesson on surface area and volume of cones. If you have any questions, watch the video for a second time. And if you still have any questions, write down those clarification questions and please bring them to the next class.